may think he gets away with stuff. He may think it's cool he does what he does, but now he's the sacrificial lamb. And I do mean that. There's something that comes up with him in March, speaking of the lamb, during the Easter time frame. March, April, right in that time frame. That's why I said lamb.
It appears that we've uncovered the driving force behind young Miami's fervent pursuit of a rebranding with this new Yams Era endeavor. It's evident that her circumstances are worsening by the day. Just as it seemed she was breaking free from her past entanglements with Diddy and forging ahead, she finds herself entangled once more. Notably, her cousin is also implicated in this tangled web of allegations against Diddy. The recent lawsuit against Diddy by male producer Rodney Jones, alleging misconduct, including accusations that young Miami was aware of, has thrown her into a tailspin. This upheaval comes at a time when she was just beginning to socially rehabilitate herself from previous legal battles. Her deliberate efforts to redefine her image through the Yams Era initiative now seem to be overshadowed by the turmoil. There's a myriad of layers to unpack within this legal dispute. Before delving into the intricacies of this messy affair, it's worth revisiting a blind item from late last year.
He may think he gets away with stuff. He may think it's cool he does what he does, but now he's the sacrificial lamb. And I do mean that. There's something that comes up with him in March, speaking of the lamb, during the Easter time frame. March, April, right in that time frame. That's why I said lamb.
Back in June of last year, psychic Slam Bella made a bold assertion that Diddy would face exposure come March of this year. Interestingly, she also pinpointed Kim Porter's birthday in November as a significant period for this revelation. Remarkably, her prediction materialized when Cassie unearthed her explosive lawsuit the day following Kim's birthday last year. While the recent lawsuit didn't unfold in March as foretold, with only a couple of days left until March arrives, the proximity is striking. Now let's delve into the current developments, for they are nothing short of a boiling cauldron of controversy. The latest individual to take legal action against Diddy is producer Rodney Jones, formerly associated with Diddy's endeavors. In his lawsuit, Rodney alleges a slew of disturbing incidents involving Diddy during their professional collaboration. Rodney asserts that Diddy allegedly made unwelcome advances towards him, subjecting him to uncomfortable and inappropriate situations. Shockingly, Rodney claims that Diddy would touch him inappropriately and even engage in nudity in his presence on multiple occasions, displaying a brazen disregard for decorum. These actions led Rodney to believe that Diddy was attempting to coerce him into an illicit affair. Despite Rodney's discomfort with Diddy's behavior, when confronted, Diddy reportedly offered no remorse or acknowledgement of wrongdoing. Dismissed it and called it horseplay. Child, you gotta hand it over to Diddy, he's very creative. With his adept wordplay, Diddy has mastered the art of framing his actions, from what he terms as freak-offs to horseplay. However, brace yourself, for the lawsuit delves into some chilling revelations. Allegations emerge of Diddy allegedly coercing Rodney into witnessing videos of producer Stevie J engaging in intimate acts with minors. At this juncture, it seems like a disconcerting pattern is emerging, suggesting a tangled web of relations in Hollywood, where seemingly everyone is intertwined. Rodney further unveils unsettling accounts of the wild escapades that took place at Diddy's Miami residence, where he claims to have been present during some of these gatherings. While it's challenging to verify the veracity of these claims, the consistency with previous lawsuits against Diddy raises eyebrows. Rodney alleges that amidst Diddy's raucous parties, he purportedly spiked the drinks of unsuspecting female attendees, some of whom may have been underage, insinuating a disturbing manipulation of trust. As for how Diddy purportedly recruited these women, Rodney implicates Stevie J and his son Justin Combs in the recruitment process. According to Rodney, Stevie J handled the hiring of female companions, while Justin allegedly scouted for potential guests for these gatherings. However, the legal entanglement doesn't end there, as Cuba Gooding Jr. finds himself embroiled in the fray. Caught Some Strays, according to TMZ, Jones claimed Diddy introduced him to Cuba Gooding Jr. on Diddy's yacht, and Cuba allegedly began touching, groping, and fondling Mr. Jones's legs, his upper inner thighs, near the small of his back, near his buttocks, and his shoulders. Girl, when I tell y'all that this new lawsuit is a hot mess, I'm not messing around. Rodney was determined to completely air out the tea on Diddy because he also claimed that either Diddy or Justin, someone in the studio, according to him, Diddy and Justin had a heated argument in the studio, which led to being fired, and a man named G got hit in the stomach. It's wild how an argument between father and son would lead to such an incident, but Hey Diddy has also been accused of force, and Justin to take the fall for his DUI, so being fired during an argument shouldn't be all that surprising, and if you're wondering how Young Miami ties into all this, well, Rodney claims that Miami's cousin was also in on the whole thing. He claimed that one of Miami's female cousins also mistreated him, allegedly attempting to sleep with him in front of Diddy and members of his staff. So from the way this sounds, not only was Diddy allegedly messing around with Miami, but he was also allegedly messing around with her cousin as well, which is just nasty, but considering the things that we know about Diddy him messing Miami's association with her cousin from around Miami might seem unsurprising, but according to an insider, a recent lawsuit has thrown her into turmoil, despite it having no connection to her cousin's dealings with Diddy. The insider suggests Miami's distress stems from being implicated in the lawsuit, particularly since she had been actively rebranding herself, aiming to distance from the messy legal affairs involving Diddy from the previous year. The insider explains that Miami had delayed her rebranding efforts, hoping for the lawsuits to settle, only to be blindsided by this new legal challenge that once again drags her into the spotlight. Fans have noted her visible distress over the situation, with many expressing sympathy and concern. I don't care if Diddy and Kisha Black, Blue, or Purple, they guilty and need to be held accountable, so everybody that was around Diddy is going to jail too. Young Miami thought she was finding a baller, but found herself possibly being charged, and I think Young Miami trying to force this Yam stuff on people to make us forget about her and Diddy. She cleared her entire IG pagellette. Me hear your thoughts on this chaotic situation. Do you believe Miami has been entangled in this mess from the beginning? Share your opinions in the comments below, and then take a look at the next video.